In this video, we're going over the low Z function on a multimeter, and this is an excerpt out of our online course over at acservicetech.com/academy on all of the multimeter functions. So if we were to perform work in this disconnect box, we'd want to turn the power off at the main breaker, which is what I just did, and now we're measuring the voltage. You see we're measuring 1.74 volts, and that means that the power is actually off. And so let's measure between ground and this terminal. You see we're measuring 7.26 volts. And then over here we're measuring 5 volts. But that actually means that the power is off. And to show you that, what we can do is we can switch over to the low Z. So that means low impedance. And what's happening is these wires are traveling through a wire trough next to some other wires, and current is being induced into these wires, even though that they're off at the main panel, and it's showing a ghost voltage. So what's happening here is the multimeter is adding extra resistance, is actually adding a little bit of a load to get rid of the false ghost voltage. And so that 5 volts is not actually really there. It's not being supplied with 5 volts or 7 volts. And you can see down at the bottom it just says auto. And so it's not changing, it's not measuring any voltage. So it just says auto. Now I'm going to turn the power back on. I'm going to leave it on the low Z, and we'll measure the voltage then. So now we have voltage, and so let's measure between these 2 points. And you see we were measuring 250, let's see here. All right, 248 volts. And then if we were to measure between the ground in each one of these, you see we're measuring 124.9 and 124.8. So we can get the actual real voltage that is present here by switching over to the low Z in a scenario like this. Now, in an HVAC unit, we typically don't use the low Z function because the multimeter adds extra current onto that circuit being measured, and so we don't want to accidentally damage any of the sensitive electronic components on the circuit boards inside that unit. So we just use the low Z function for high voltage testing. Now we're going to demonstrate how the low Z function works, but before we do that, we're just going to measure our voltage in this red wire. And so you can see we have a GFCI protected plug assembly. I always like to have them in my shop for when I'm training students. And so this whole coil of wire is hot. And so we can measure that by just inserting our probes right in the hot wire. You see 125.9 volts presently. So we have our voltage there, and we shouldn't have any voltage on this wire right here. But you see we do have voltage, right? So we've got 1.2 volts. So this is a phantom voltage. That's what that is. And so the closer we get this coil of wire to the red wire, it's going to be inducing electrical current into this roll. You see? As we're putting it closer and closer, and as we get the majority of the wires closer to each other, it's inducing a voltage. It's a ghost voltage into the wires. It's not enough to carry current. And so you can see it's not much voltage at all. Now, if we were going to turn this over to low Z, you now see it's just going to say auto, and it's not going to register any voltage whatsoever. So there's no voltage when the low Z function is used. And so you know that this is not a current carrying wire right here. So if we were going to measure right in here, you can see we're now measuring our 127.8 volts, which is the true voltage. Now we have 2 spools of thermostat wire next to each other. And so we have our alligator clip on the common, and we have one of the wires being hot. The other side is not connected to anything at all, so we're not connected. It's just up fairly close to it. And then on this one, we have a red wire that's just on this spool right here. And so we're going to turn the power on and measure for voltage. And so you can see right here, we're measuring 10.7 volts. And if I help connect the metal a little bit more, right here, you see 70.7. And so it's a little odd, right? So 70, 71 volts. And so what's happening is there's magnetic flux lines. And so when you also add metal, it's actually helping the magnetic flux lines travel from this coil over to this. And so that's actually what's happening here. Now, watch as I pull this spool away, it's going to drop in voltage less and less. And so now we're all the way down at 2.8 volts. So this is very similar to how a transformer works. There's actually an iron core as well. And I want to show you that even if we go down to the low Z function, we're then not going to have any voltage, even though we have this metal crimped together. So that's how the low Z function works. It cancels out that very, very small amount of electrical power that's present so that your reading is true, because that 70 volts does not have enough power to support a load. Now let's take a look at a small 24 volt transformer. So right here you see a 120 volt to 24 volt transformer, and you have two coils of wire. You have your primary coil here and your secondary coil. They are separated. Now there is these laminated iron cores, and that's so that the magnetic flux lines have a nice path to be able to induce the voltage down at the lower coil down here for your 24 volts. And so these two coils are separated, and it's functioning in a similar manner as this, except more organized. It also has the correct amount of wraps and gauge wire to make this happen for the 120 volt to 24 volt coils. I hope this video helped, and if you want to learn all of the functions on our multimeter and how to use them in the field of HVAC, make sure to join our Online HVAC Academy at acservicetech.com/academy. We have over 90 hours of training, over 50 certificates for the hours of training. They're all good for NATE continuing education hours, and you can join right away at acservicetech.com/academy to learn and grow in the field.